Hi, I'm Chef Jovi with Aegis Foods. Today I'm here to talk to you about the world's most incredible protein, the egg. Eggs are ubiquitous. They show up in cooking, they show up in baking, they show up in pretty much any aspect of culinary that you can think of. And today we're going to talk to you about our egg, which is a pasteurized egg, and we're going to talk to you about the importance of pasteurized eggs. One of the big things that's been in the news about eggs lately is avian influenza. We've had a shortage of eggs in the United States, and we have chickens that are being destroyed due to avian influenza. Because of this, egg safety is on an all-time high for what people care about. So it's important to us to be able to show you how to use eggs safely and be able to use them in ways that we're able to bring this incredible protein to people in a way that doesn't endanger them and makes them comfortable and healthy and happy and able to eat more eggs. Eggs have been consumed as long as mankind has been consuming animal protein. Eggs have been a food source for many people for many years, an important one of that. People have backyard poultry to this day, people have commercial farms. In fact, almost every person has an egg at least once a week in the United States. Because of this, being able to use an egg effectively and being able to bring something that is comfortable and familiar to someone to a kitchen and create a delicious dish for them to consume is an important aspect of what makes eggs so important. As mentioned, eggs show up in many aspects of the culinary world, specifically in cooking and baking. But what most people don't realize is that eggs are also incredibly good for you. An incredibly clean, high source of protein, a good source of good cholesterol, and they even are proven to help manage blood pressure. All in all, eggs are what a superfood, which is a commonly thrown around term, really should be, and are something that everyone can consume and everyone can enjoy. Today we're going to focus on how to use eggs as a solution in your menu and different techniques that can be used with the eggs in order to bring them to your consumers safely and responsibly. And, most importantly, deliciously. When purchasing eggs, there are several factors you can establish as part of your safety protocol and part of your in-service program to ensure that your team knows the proper standards and steps for establishing what a good egg really is. And that way we can make sure that whoever you're serving eggs to is going to be able to enjoy them to the fullest and safest. Make sure you always purchase from a verified and trusted supplier to ensure that food safety standards have been established, met, and followed. Know who your private label egg brands are procured from. Always purchase from a provider that has an established temperature controls to maintain proper temperature for a refrigerated product. In the United States specifically, all eggs must be refrigerated. While it doesn't hold true to Europe, it's also been shown that refrigerating eggs helps maintain their quality for longer. When you receive your eggs, make sure to inspect them from your distributor, from your source, to ensure the eggs are clean, there's no cracked shells, there's no visible liquid or any other contaminants in the egg. Make sure the carton is dry and it only has eggs in it. Review the code date, make sure that the expiration date is good. Look for the USDA grade marker shield. Make sure that you're purchasing an appropriate USDA quality egg for what you need to do. Make sure you've received the correct egg size and the correct eggs you have purchased. Make sure you're getting chicken eggs and not some sort of eggs as well if you are looking for chicken eggs. When you receive your eggs, handle them calmly and carefully and make sure that they're transported to storage within an appropriate amount of time without any breakage, and make sure they are below other perishable products so that if an egg does break, it does not expose your cooler to a salmonella or other foodborne illness risk. And finally, make sure you refrigerate your eggs and enjoy them. Eggs need to be stored in a refrigerator at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below, outside of the danger zone, to ensure safety and prevent bacterial growth. You also want to make sure your eggs are on one of the lower shelves so that if they do break, they don't contaminate anything else on the lower shelf. What does the USDA do in regards to eggs? The USDA inspects eggs and makes sure that they hit a certain quality standard before being distributed to you, the consumer. Grading for eggs is voluntary. Many egg producers do choose to have their eggs graded by the USDA. The USDA shield, well, one establishes a grade, but also ensures a certain quality of eggs, as inspected by a licensed USDA official. What are the grades of eggs, and does it matter? A good egg producer will take pride in the quality of their products, and a grading egg ensures that a consistent product is always coming to you and is procured, branded, and shipped to a distributor for consumption in both food service and retail settings, ensuring a quality standard that they want to hold themselves to. USDA grades AA have thick, firm whites, high round yolks, and are practically free from defects. Clean, unbroken shells as well. Grade AA eggs and grade A eggs are best for frying and poaching where appearance is important, and they hold up better. USDA grade A eggs have all the characters of grade AA eggs except for the whites are reasonably firm, and this is the quality that is most often sold in stores. USA grade B eggs have whites that may be thinner or yolks that might be whiter and flatter than eggs of a higher grade. The shells are also unbroken but might be slightly stained, and the quality is seldom found in retail stores because they are used to make liquid, frozen, and dried egg products. When looking at the quality of your eggs, it's important to understand what the grades mean so that you understand the anatomy of the egg that you are procuring and how to use them most effectively. One of the things that happens with eggs is that it's often talked about the foodborne illness contained in them, specifically salmonella. Salmonella is an incredibly infective bacteria that doubles very quickly in the human body and can make people very sick, especially in highly susceptible populations such as the elderly, children, or immunocompromised. Salmonella can be deadly. Pasteurization of eggs, in shell or in liquid form, is a process used to kill salmonella and make sure that the eggs are safe to consume no matter the temperature they're consumed at. And it reduces and eliminates risks of cross-contamination, meaning that a kitchen that is using eggs cannot contaminate another product that does not have eggs in it. Pasteurization is a process that uses heat on liquid or in-shell eggs to make sure that salmonella has been killed within those eggs and they are safe to consume no matter the temperature or cook level of the eggs. Pasteurization also prevents cross-contamination in kitchens, which guarantees that products that do not have eggs in them will not be contaminated with potential salmonella and make sure for a safer kitchen. We've discussed a lot what consumers can do to protect themselves from potential hazards of eggs, but what are farmers doing? We have multiple laws, multiple regulations, multiple critical control points, multiple hazard analyses that have been done to make sure that eggs are safe on the farm level as well. In the following slide, you'll be able to see some of those points and some of the things that we've done to make sure that eggs are safer for everyone in the United States. Egg farming is always evolving. It's important to keep yourself up to date on the latest technology and what farmers are doing to keep you, the consumer, and the people that you are providing for safe. In the 1970s, the Egg Products Inspection Act was passed. This mandated that all egg products that were created and distributed for consumer and commercial use had to be pasteurized. So anything that is not an in-shell egg, it has to be pasteurized. The demand for in-shell eggs has never been higher. People love their ramen eggs, their sunny side up eggs, and their yolks not fully cooked. They like when a yolk breaks on a burger, in a salad, or in a pizza and you get that beautiful yellow running out. And the best part about an in-shell pasteurized egg is you can have that beautiful yolk breakage without any risk of foodborne illness. And this is the importance and the appeal of pasteurized in-shell eggs. In 2022, the FDA passed a new food code about pasteurized eggs and raw eggs for certain recipes, mandating that pasteurized eggs or egg products be substituted in certain preparations of food, such as Caesar salads, hollandaise, or béarnaise. While this is great for food safety, it sometimes makes these products harder to create. We've been talking about eggs all this time, but what exactly is an egg? Well, an egg is an unfertilized embryo of a chicken, and it is wrapped in a calcium carbonate shell that is slightly porous that allows air to go in and out of it. Eggs can actually pick up scents and flavors from other parts of the refrigerator if they're stored improperly. Eggs are super cool. They're beautiful to look at. They also come in a lot of different colors, like white and brown are the most common, but also they can come in tan, purple, even sometimes a bluish color. There are many more parts to the egg than just the white and the yolk, but most commonly in culinary terms, the yolk is known for its fat content and richness, and the white is known for being a really nice protein structure that can be used in baking or to create a clean protein meal. Superfood is a term that's thrown around the culinary world a lot, but eggs are as close to a superfood as you can get. With around 70 calories per egg, they're high in great fats, they're high in protein. Egg whites and yolks are amazing for their culinary applications, and they contain nutrients that aren't usually found in other sources, such as biotin, B12, lutein, and zeaxanthin, which are great. The last two are great for eyesight. The chef's toque is a classic iconography of the culinary industry, with the white hat standing out in famous scenes and restaurants around the world. But did you know that the pleats in the chef hat are related to eggs? Some people purport that the amount of pleats a chef has in his hat is how many ways he is able to cook eggs. And some chefs have over 100 pleats in their hat, which shows you just how versatile eggs really can be. Eggs also play a very important role in the kitchen in allowing a chef to test for a young cook's skill. There's an old adage that if you can cook eggs, you can cook. And so oftentimes a young stage will be asked to cook eggs in certain ways, or different ways, or quickly, just so the chef can see what his overall skill level is, and if he was able to hang in the kitchen that he was trying to apply for. Mayo is an emulsion of egg yolks and oil and acidic ingredients. By blending slowly the egg yolks while dripping oil into the bowl, or whatever the mixing bowl may be, you're able to create a light, fluffy, rich sauce that can be used on many different applications. On our next demonstration, we're going to have the chef making a Greek egg bite using our pasteurized shell eggs that have been beaten, some cheese, and some fresh tomatoes. By blending all these ingredients together and then placing them in a muffin tin that has been greased, we can place it in the oven and make something that is fluffy, light, high in protein, and very healthy without compromising flavor. The other technique we'll be showing is one that is unique to pasteurized in-shell eggs. Since a pasteurized in-shell egg is safe from salmonella, it can be eaten raw. Specifically in this case, we're going to be placing it into a protein shake with super greens and berries. Those will add the flavor, and the egg will up the protein content of the smoothie greatly. If you augment this with stuff like Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, you get an incredibly healthy, high-protein smoothie that can be created very quickly and actually tastes good, unlike a lot of smoothies you get out there. The richness from the yolk also adds an important component to the smoothie. It adds more fat, and fat equals flavor. In sum, eggs are one of the most wonderful proteins and one of the most wonderful foods that we have on this planet. They are incredibly versatile. They show up in cooking, in baking, constantly. But they have so many unique characteristics as well. Eggs are graded based on their size, quality, and appearance, which we learned about earlier today. Eggs can contain foodborne illness, but we've figured out how to combat those things through the techniques that we've discussed today. We've also discussed a couple different culinary techniques that you can use when you're using eggs in your kitchen. A smoothie using pasteurized in-shell eggs to up the protein content and flavor. An egg bite that can be used as a healthy snack on the go. And there's 1,000 other techniques and dishes that you can create using eggs. There's nothing better in this world than pasteurization, which makes this great, wonderful food even more accessible and safer for anyone to consume. Thank you so much for your time and for watching, and I hope that we were at least able to teach you something today about the wonderful egg, or a good egg in our case.